Hello everyone, and you are welcome to my video. I'm Svnday and I'll be your tutor and guide for this video. So last week I didn't actually drop any video. I was kind of caught up with a lot that I wasn't opportune to drop any video. So I would want to actually drop a detailed breakdown of what I'm actually expecting price to do down towards next week. Today is actually Friday. The market is still open. This is running down towards late New York session, and right now price is actually already running. There was some bearish retracements that I suspected, as though price was actually trying to fall back down lower, but then price took us out on that trade and is rushing up as fast as possible. So during this video I would actually probably drop a call that I would forward to the channel. I'll do everything live here so that everybody could actually see. So without any further delay, let's jump right into it. So first things first, already you can see that price has taken out this liquidity. This was last week's high, and price has actually taken out that liquidity. But then something that we need to take note of is that my target now from the last upper weekly outlook that I dropped was actually for price to regain into 5k, preferably around that 5k 5011 level, somewhere around this point here. This is actually my target, and if we should even go down to the 1 day time frame, we could actually see something of that nature still around this level, because if we take a look at what happened till this very point whereby price sold off aggressively, we could actually see that if we should change, let's change our chart to lines. So if we change our chart to line, we could actually see the bullish trend line that price has actually been running with. And actually, if you are taking this, or you're actually using trend lines when you are discussing about breakouts and all of that, you're actually using it to target the points whereby price broke out of that trend line. I don't know if you get me, because most times those are the levels whereby price would actually react towards selling off. Yes, those are the levels that actually push down price to sell off lower. So this is actually the level that I'm actually targeting, that price should actually be able to hit from this point on. So we should see something like this. Price should hit this level. Before we would see some form of sell-off. And I want us to actually take into something that happened. So if you notice what happened at this level, you could see that after this huge sell-off, price picked small sell orders from this level here to push down lower, and you could see picked, gave a full body close below this candle that rejected, which is actually a sign of trying to show us that price is actually bearish. But then guess what happened? The next candle that formed came back into somewhere around 50% of this. This is actually what we'll be using here, and why I'll be marking out any confluence that I'll actually be marking out. So coming to look at this point now, you could actually see that we got some very huge reaction that was actually trying to push price down lower at this level. But then instead of that stuff to actually succeed, it did not, and price gave a very aggressive body close above this high. Now the most suitable and the most powerful support level at this point is this guy here. I could see price came back into that level and gave a very nice rejection, and it held up with that. And when we come down, when we come a bit closer to this level here, we will tend to notice that the way you actually tend to get confirmation from this kind of candle close is you wait to see if price closes full body above it. So if you notice what happened, the first attempts, price rejected aggressively, that gave us another rejection candle which tried to trick us as though it was going to sell off with this fallback here, but immediately price recovered by everything that it sold off with. And if we should let's take our fib tool again. Let's take our fib tool and easily mark out 50% of this level. You could easily see that our 50% is somewhere at this point here. You get me? And you could also notice that price had actually given a close above this level. So this whole move that was happening here was much more of what we would actually consider as manipulation. And after we saw a proper full body close, we initially saw the reaction at 50% of this candle. We saw the proper full body close above this guy. Now next thing price did was actually to still hold on 50% of this week, and boom, we saw the breakout to the upside. So ideally this scenario is actually giving us a price actually much more bullish. I expected that all of this, most of the confusion that happened at around this level wouldn't have actually happened, and that's actually what made me to tend much more towards of those retracement sales, because the lower time frame was much more speaking about all of those sales. Let's adjust this a bit lower to the point of this FVG here. So it was the lower time frame was hinging more towards those sales and more towards those moves. That was actually why I was picking them out. And if not for the fact that the lower time frame also gave it that break, now we would have seen a much more lower push than what we saw this afternoon. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame. If we come back down to the 4 hours time frame now, we would see a very aggressive bullish close up, and we would actually see how beautiful price turned up, kept on following everything that we spoke about from the daily time frame, and you could even see a very lots and lots of lovely entries that you could actually take from the 4 hours time frame. If you can see, this is actually, this move from this initial point was more than 2,000 pips already from this level, and if this move gave that much, I actually expect that this level should actually be able to push price to at least 2,000 pips, and you could see our target is somewhere right, our target is sitting right around that range. So I feel this is actually a very key level, a very key time to actually chip into this buys now, to actually push up higher, for price to push up higher. So if I should give take it, I'm so sorry about the noise, guys, there's so much gen noise here. So if I'm actually to look at what I should actually be expecting from this point now, I should actually be saying that we should get a good push higher. And if you want to take a look at we should take a look at this left hand side of the chart, we would actually see that this was one of the key rejection levels, the key supply levels that was actually pushing us down. And you could see the so much first attempts, price, it sent price down, but then somehow price was able to break out of this particular level. This was actually one of the sweet spots I wanted to hold buys from, but then this move would actually have messed with my level. But this guy was actually very, very strong, very important and beautiful entry level. So after this breakout now, what we could actually easily expect is that you see this guy here, this particular supply level right here, this resistance right here should actually be, if this particular candle now should be able to hold on, it should be able to hold price to push up higher. I even think that this should actually be able to hold price. If this guy is able to hold price to push higher, price should actually push up higher. And then tend to notice something that happened at this point. If you see this sell-off here, this sell-off happened at this particular level here. So usually, if most people that trade this particular entry setup, and you know that I do actually trade it, what you need to expect is also, again, is the fact that most likely now, once price is able to successfully break and close above this guy, that's at around 4895, we would see price most likely sniping and pushing up higher. This is actually what price should do. This is regardless of the entry that you could actually get from this region, but this is actually what price would do once it gets that full body close to push up higher. So that's actually what price would do at that point. So right now from the 4 hours time frame, I would actually love to see how this particular 4 hours candle close, but let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. When we come back down to the 1 hour time frame, we then come to see something very, very interesting. And this might be the reason why I would actually drop the trade that I actually drop right now. So we could see that the resistance level 2 was actually obvious at this point, but then we saw a breakout. This break actually gave a full body close above this guy, and initially the basis to why I called out sales on my private channel for a while now was because of what happened here. This rejection, full body close below the candle, most likely price holds this level and chase this other low and push down lower, but you didn't see, we actually didn't get much more lower than what we actually did get at this particular time. So this move now, the ability or the fact that this move was able to close above this guy now, it actually tears out and invalidates the bearish bias. So what I could actually do, what can we actually do from this level? This guy is going to be a bit wide, but if we should take out 50% of this week, I expect that price should actually pick something from this range, but I'm noticing that price is actually yet to do that. It went so close to that, but it actually did not pick it up. We can actually zoom in a little bit at this level right here. It did not pick it up. Somewhere right here. Yeah, somewhere right there. Let's change this guy to blue because that's the sweet spot. So from the 1 hour time frame now, this is actually a very sweet level to actually execute to 5k. Very sweet level to execute to 5k. So probably this rejection, this guy is actually playing a very crazy game right here, but this should be it. This should be able to fail the full body close above here and push up higher. This is what I see on the 1 hour time frame right now. This is actually what I actually see on the 1 hour time frame right now. But if price fails to, because this current candle is actually rejecting a lot, so if price actually fails to come back to this point and actually successfully closes above this level right here, what I actually expect is that with the full body close and tap into this point, price is going to chase this guy. It's very easy. It's that easy. Price would actually chase 5k from this point. So this is actually the key bias. This is actually my key expectation right now at this particular level, as you can see. So already this particular spot where we're actually sitting at is actually a very sweet level. This region right there, but the stop is very wide. That's one thing though. That's one thing to note. The stop is very wide, but it should be at this level right here. Something like this should easily smash out and take out 5k. This is actually key. Yeah, this is actually key. It should be able to peak, but this, you could actually already see the reaction that we're getting right now. So probably because of that reaction, price won't be able to peak, but this should actually be a very lovely trade right now. This is actually live. You guys are seeing, I made this video to be different and I'm doing it live so everybody could actually see how this stuff is done. And crazy fact is that we've been in this game. I started this channel about a year ago. Today is like the 1 year anniversary, and it's been a very, very amazing move. But even though we haven't been able to grow so big to some extent, but we are making progress and we're making waves. So cheers to us on that. So this is actually what I want to actually see before price break out of this level. But if it does give a full body close above this high, I'm definitely making a call and entry at this point. I'm pushing up higher. Stops will be at around this region, probably at this particular low here, but this is actually what I'm expecting. So let's just quickly drop that on the channel. So it should be this, actually. And this is actually our main channel. A lot of people are not active, so let's drop this here. Quickly. Wait on a bit. You could actually look at these points right here. This is how many pips is about. So will price realistically take 800, give us somewhere around 800 pips from this point? Yeah, so this is actually sweet spots for TP1. Actually, let's change this guy to black. I'd love to mark this out with this price notes right here. Okay, so if anything changes, I would actually drop another entry. If the other scenario whereby I spoke about happens, I would actually drop another entry. But this is actually what I'm expecting. So let's go down. This trade was actually called on the 1 hour time frame. Let's go down a bit lower. Let's go down a bit lower, because already why I call this is the support. Price has actually flips that resistance level from the 1 hour time frame, and it's actually a sweet spot for me to call this trade from. So let's go down to the 30 minutes time frame. When we go down to 30 minutes time frame, we could see there was so much aggression. There was so much aggression with this move. But one thing that you should actually always keep at the back of your mind is the fact that just ensure that you're actually following proper risk management, because this entry might actually possibly fail. But then if you actually having a good risk management, regardless of what happens, you would actually still be there when we get another better entry. But this is actually what I'm expecting, regardless of this particular push here, because price actually gave a very crazy and instantaneous move that actually foiled this. So let's go down to 15 minutes a bit. Let's see if we can confirm anything. From the 15 minutes time frame. So yeah, that's actually it. So this is actually what I'm expecting. Hopefully I'll get to drop another video before the market open, so that I could actually give us what happened to this particular trade, or what actually happened. So already on 15 minutes you can actually even see it right now. This move now, if price is not able to come back down as low as this, and it actually closes above this, price should be able to give something like this and close above this guy. So that should actually be a very strong way to actually chip in another entry, but this would actually be a bit risky. But this 15 minutes is actually going something, because already you could see price has played around this particular 1 hour entry level. And let's go down to 5 minutes though. Let's see if we could actually see, yeah, price actually played a lot around that level. Probably what would actually push price down a bit lower could be this level here. But then we could actually do is to actually wait and see how price reacts from this point. But once there's a close above this guy, price would then probably just pick others from this range and push up higher. But regardless, I'm still very much active, but I think I would actually drop that on the VIP channel. So regardless, let's stay active. I'll be dropping more content like this. I'll be doing more for the channel, for the group as a whole, and for the family as a whole. So I love you all, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. So thank you for watching.